Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Aquarius, Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I'm really happy to have you here. We are going to take a look at the December 2021 as we wrap up this year for you, the energies. Going to pull the Celtic Cross, then we'll pull cards for health, wealth, and happiness. So I have to say that when I asked Spirit for a message for you, it was the most unusual one I've ever gotten. And I actually had to do research on it because I was like, what exactly is it about that is so significant? So I did hear first the song Dawning of the Age of Aquarius. I saw the sun coming up. It was like you were sitting in a beach cave, and you were looking out over the water. Last year I noticed that when we got into December, that I noticed that the energy of Aquarius was coming in waves like that. And so it's like you're watching that. But then what I saw was as the sun was coming up, I also saw Jupiter, which, and I was like, but they selected my moon deck for you, the Moon Tarot, Moon Garden Tarot, I think it's called. So I double checked, is this the right deck? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, okay. So I went into the astrology for the month, and the moon travels through Aquarius during the week of the 6th to the 12th. It's actually there, I think the 9th and the 10th. And during that time, it will be in sextile, which is conversation of choice energy with Mercury in Sagittarius. And at the same time, you'll have Mars and squaring off with Jupiter in Aquarius, but the moon is going to conjunct that energy. And that is happening the same week that we have the Venus conjuncting Pluto. Venus is about what is your value, what is of major concern to you, and where you want to go and what do you want to transform. And the moon is going to also conjunct that energy on its way to conjuncting with Saturn, who wants to know what the boundaries are in your sign, and then all that other energy. Very busy week, the 6th through the 12th. So I would definitely mark on your calendar to pay attention to the intuition and the downloads and the hits that you receive that week. What are you picking up? Because I think it's going to be different for each of you. First off, you're a very unique sign to begin with, but I have 2 Aquarian children. I can tell you they're not like each other at all. So you're very unique individuals within a very unique sign. So whatever it is that you are picking up is very special and unique to you for them to point that out like that. And I don't think that I want to be able to really tap into exactly what it is that they're trying to point out to you. I think it's going to be very important that you pay attention to your intuition, that you pay attention to the guidance that you are receiving more than anything about what it is you're doing. This month we have an eclipse on the 4th, and it's oh my God. Wow. Okay, we're having an eclipse on the 4th, and it is in Sagittarius, new moon of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is going to be having this eclipse when the energy of the great attractor, this very dense, large energy that is out, that has, William McCord described it as having the energy of 1,000 Milky Ways. And it's very large and very dense, and it pulls the energy in. And so it is the releasing of karma and opening ourselves up to new opportunities and new energies. It's totally what's happening here. So you're having a very, very powerful month. I think that you may find yourself very exhausted this month. I feel like you're going to need to create space for yourself where you are allowing yourself time to disseminate and figure things out, making major decisions that are going to affect you down the road. There is a lot of energy of choice around here for you, of how are you going to manage it. And it's going to be really important that you don't make rash decisions, but that instead you are listening to your intuition. Oh my God, listen to your intuition to find the solution that really works for you. You have the opportunity here to draw and attract to you the most amazing kinds of relationships. Now, these relationships could be business, they could be personal, they could be with family or friends, or they could be the very intimate, romantic kind. You have a lot going on here, and I feel like you have a lot of options. And so using this as a way to discern and decipher your way through the intuition, through the choices. You have a lot of choice energy and a lot of options, and you're getting a lot of help if you pay attention to your intuition to figure out how to manifest what it is that is truly of value to you and how to release and let go of all of the other stuff. There's a big, major clearing energy happening for everybody, but for you, I feel like you're going to be clearing out of groups, large swaths of people. So some of you may be quitting a large a job where you work with a lot of people, or you may be leaving a friends group behind, or there's something, maybe you disengage from Facebook, or there is like a large group clearing energy, and you're going to focus in on those very few intimate relationships that matter to you. It feels very much about relationships, not as much about finances or anything. This has got to do with relationships of some sort for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. But wow, that was really a lot. Is there anything else before we get started? No. Okay, most interesting channeling. Okay, here we go. So, the overall energy for you this month, not surprisingly, is the Queen of Cups. This is you tapping really hard your intuition. Being very much in the energy of the emotional energy that you are feeling. Really paying attention to what you feel. This feels really significant for Aquarius moon. They keep saying Aquarius moon. So either it's Aquarius moon people or during the time of the Aquarius moon, the moon going through Aquarius. And I think it's both. Because they picked the Moon Garden deck for a reason. Okay. Where do you find yourself? Where's your energy? It's in the Knight of Cups. So this is why I think this has to do a lot with you choosing this month. Where do you fit in? What groups, what people, what relationships? Where is it that you really feel? And I think there's a need to really have the strength of your own sense of what is right and what is wrong to make the decision. You have a lot of options here because in the area of the conscious mind, you have the Seven of Cups. That means you have multiple opportunities and options, and it is about picking the one that really works for you. Because in the subconscious, you have the Justice card. So some of you could be completing a legal procedure that allows you to be able to move forward. And for some of you, this is just that karmic justice that comes in because so much flippin' karma is being pulled out of the energy of the earth. All of us. We're all just ditching it like crazy. The energy to lean into is the Lovers. The Lovers is about making a choice or a decision that affects, it's a major decision that affects the people in your life that mean the most to you. But this looks very romantic. They're looking at each other. And the angel's watching over them. And they're wrapped around a tree. And that tree signifies growth to me. I feel like there's a relationship that really has a lot of potential for growth. They are both naked. But they're kind of hidden from each other around the tree. And it might be that you need to make yourself vulnerable in a relationship. That you might have to be willing to open up. And really offer this cup of love. The challenge, the obstacle, is the rashness. We have the Knight of Swords as your challenge card. This is rushing into you fast. This is speaking without thinking. This is cutting somebody off just because, you're angry with them or whatever. This is also the energy of not listening, they're saying. They're saying it's really important that you are having actual conversations. where you're open and you're vulnerable. And that you're not making quick judgments. And that you're not making decisions based on not enough information. You need more information. And you're going to get that by listening. The opportunity is super interesting to me because it is the 5 of staves or the 5 of wands. So again, you have opportunities here. I feel like the opportunity, they're both, okay, all of these are showing like trees that are growing because they all have new leaves on them. And I feel like you have an opportunity to expand in multiple areas of your life because we do have the 7 of Cups here, which means there's multiple opportunities. But you need to figure out how to work collaboratively with someone because the advice here is the 2 of Cups. And this is the meeting of emotional minds with somebody. There's 2 butterflies that are transforming. There's 2 cups. Okay, I almost want a clarifier for this 5 of Wands. But that doesn't help me. Okay. So the energy that they sent was really flipped up, right? Was the 5 of Pentacles. And so those are both 5s, but they said that's the energy of change. So the opportunity, oh my God, yes. Okay, I see it. There is an opportunity to change. Okay. Yep. There is an opportunity. The opportunity is to stop fighting with a large group if you're willing to release them. Stop fighting with yourself about what you really feel and what's of value to you. Stop feeling isolated and left out. There's an opportunity to change all that because in the environment we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about making the change. It's about letting things shift and change. The other card that kind of came out with that was the 9 of Wands. It's almost like, okay, we're nearing the end of a cycle. Are you willing to make the change? Are you willing to allow the cycle to complete? Are you willing to clear the space? Because the outcome also has a 10, and it has the 10 of Swords. And so the opportunity, the Wheel of Fortune says, hey, this is a good opportunity. It might hurt when you do it. It's the 10 of Swords. But with it came the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Truth and the Ace of Opportunity. And the advice is to connect and collaborate with someone you have a deep emotional connection to. So we have the 2 of Cups, and the energy to lean into is the Lovers. And where do you find yourself? You find yourself riding in your dreams anyways, because this looks very dream oriented. Like the horse is floating. It almost feels like you're dreaming about offering that cup to somebody. It's not grounded. It's very not grounded. This is an opportunity to completely move your life in a whole new direction in multiple arenas, I feel like. When you have the Ace of Truth, this is you. You have the opportunity to be very honest and truthful with yourself. And the opportunity to plant your seed of intention in very fertile ground. But you have to let a cycle end in order to get there. You have to be willing to change. The opportunity is the opportunity to change. The opportunity to stop doing battle with people in situations that just don't feel good. They make you feel isolated and left out. They make you feel exhausted. The 9 of Wands is a very exhausted card. When you're exhausted, fighting for recognition. That's interesting. Recognition. Recognition of your value and your worth. Because we have Venus conjuncting Pluto in your 12th house. That is completing of a cycle. That is wrapping up of a major cycle and identifying where your value system sits now. So it could be a job. But it's one that your soul's calling you to. It is restructuring. When Venus is going through Capricorn, it is about finding the new structure. Pluto's doing the big, deep transformation. making you look at what you're afraid of. Maybe you're afraid to be alone, but there's opportunity out here because we have two aces and you have the 2 of cups. There's plenty of opportunities. There's just a need to say, yep, no, that's it, that's done. And when we have in your subconscious the Justice and the outcome is the 10 of Swords, again, I go back to some of you having some kind of a legal situation where it's wrapping up. And a lot of people do try to wrap up their legal situations in the 12th month to get that stuff done. Like if it's a business you want to close so that you don't have to deal with that next year with taxes, or in the same with marriages, the tax situation. And so a lot of that happens. But I know this. I know that after like the 10th, so after that week of the 6th to the 12th, pretty much it's really hard to get through the legal system. It's like it goes from moving really slow to snail's pace, if at all. So hopefully you already have that going, because if you don't, it looks like it might be too late, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. And this is going to take a lot of courage and strength. Look how big that line space is. To me, that says a lot of courage and strength. But the rewards look amazing. All right, let's get into the health, wealth, and happiness cards here. This is the most interesting, channeling I've done for a sign, like that they wanted me to really pay attention to the astrology. So I really encourage you to connect, to really connect in. You have the meditation and you have the flow. And those were the first 2 cards that came out. Okay, so you have, okay, I don't know what that is. All right, so you have the meditation and the flow that came out. That is you. That is the overall energy of you really connecting with your intuition. The High Priestess did not show up, but the Queen of Cups is very much the High Priestess energy. You're being asked to really connect in with your spirit guide team. If you don't know who your spirit guide team is, you just simply say, hey, spirit guide team, I need some help over here. They can't help you unless you ask. You don't need to know their names, and you don't even need to know what you need them to do. You say, I need some help with this situation here. Please show me clearly what I need to do next. Please open the door that I need to step through and make it like a neon flashing sign that I cannot freaking miss. Make it really clear to me. Because this big, huge line here, the strength, and then behind it, it looks like your energy, right? It almost looks like the energy of the female from the star cards standing behind there. And so I feel like you have the protection. You have the protection. Okay, so because this is health, I do want to say the meditation is about staying relaxed and staying calm. The flow says to me, stay hydrated. Oh my God, look at that wave coming in. Holy crap, it's a big wave at the bottom. This is like the wave of your energy coming in, that Aquarian energy coming in. And it's okay, and it's ginkgo. That's clarity and thinking. That is being in really clearing out the energy and allowing more stuff to come in and having clarity about what to do next. This is echinacea. So make sure you're taking good care of your health. Hand washing, mask wearing, or whatever you need to do. Hand washing. Hey, guess what? That's the thing we're always supposed to be doing. Just when there's a big, pandemic going on. And it is cold and flu season. So take a little extra good care of yourself. Make sure that you're getting plenty of rest, that you're eating what feels comfortable and feels right to you. It feels like it almost needs to be lighter, but if you need to nurture yourself and you want a little comfort food, then go with that. But whatever it is, take care of your physical needs and follow your intuition to know what it is that you want and that you need. But mostly, create some space to meditate in. And in the description box below, I have music that was recorded on the full moon in Aquarius a couple of years ago, and it was when it was an eclipse. So it was when the South Node was in your sign, and it's all about releasing and letting go. It is the Violet Flame meditation, which is definitely releasing and letting go. And so letting this old energy continue to get out so that we can allow in the waves of the new energy. You have to clear space. There's a need to clear space. You have the opportunity to do that. Okay. So, some of you, this Five of Pentacles, creating a change. Step into the flow of abundance. There's an opportunity sitting right here with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? So I think what you let go of with the Ten of Swords for some of you is going to be the feeling of lack. Allowing yourself to truly understand that you are the manifestor of your life, and the energy that you sit in is what you are going to create. And so if you're having a lot of scattered thoughts, it's really hard to be focused in on one thing. And so clarity of focus comes in at the end of the month, which is excellent. So this clarity of what it is, what is that thing that you really want to focus on? So in order to clear space around areas of lack, you have released resentments about money. Yes, the money systems of the world can seem to be upsetting, but holding resentment about finances just pushes the abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool that you can use to better the world, and the shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. So in other words, just be Aquarius about your money. Aquarius understands the need of the individual supporting the collective. That is innate for you. Because this other card also says the same thing. The first one that came out was donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organizations and the people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, the supplies, the money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. And I think that what they're saying is when you remember who you are, Aquarius, and that the work that you do as an individual serves the collective, that opens up your heart space, your joy center. You create joy for yourself, and then you're manifesting from joy. When you manifest from joy, the potential is unlimited. So manifest from joy. Jupiter is about manifesting from joy. Okay, so Jupiter is currently in your sign. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and the moon will be in conjunction with Jupiter. I'm sorry, the sun. Okay, so the sun in Sagittarius will be at about the same degree point. It will be. It's at 17 degrees, I think, on like the 10th of on the 10th, I think it is, of December, when the moon is conjunct Jupiter in your sign at 27 degrees. So they will be in a very nice flow of energy of choice. So you can choose to expand. You can choose to expand the joy and do the work of putting your energy into, as an individual, what can you do for the collective? That week, the 6th to the 12th, has a lot of power for you. A lot of power. I don't get messages like that when I do the monthlies, but it is coming in so clear and so strong for you guys. So the way to expand the joy in your own life is by opening up your hands and giving a little bit of your time, your talent. You know, when you don't have any money, it doesn't matter. I remember one time we were really, really not doing well financially, but I took my kids down to the food donation place and we volunteered. We put together we gathered the food and we put it in the bags, but they were taken to donate. That wasn't for us. We didn't get any of that. I took them down there because I thought it was really important that they understand that as little as we seem to have, there are people that have less, and so we need to go and help them. And then the darndest thing happened. There was a knock on my door on December 24th, and some other charitable organization in town showed up with way too many presents for my kids. There were so many that I actually took some of them and gave them to somebody else. There were so many. But they came with food, and they came with food for the pets, and they came with just everything. And there was so much generosity. It's hard to explain. You don't see it coming, and it's so freaking overwhelming when it does. Don't do it because of what you're going to get. Do it because of the joy of giving. If you do it from that space, you will manifest from that space. So we're wrapping up here with, it's actually the abundance cards from Mike Dooley. Abundance is everything. It isn't just finances. It's abundance in love. It's abundance in joy. It's abundance in just all of the things that come in, right? That is an abundant life. So that one is very beautiful. It says you can dance with the illusion of time and space, choosing your steps based upon things and events as they are now, or you can dance with your dreams. I think you're dancing with your dreams. I really do. So keep doing that. Or you can dance with your dreams, choosing your steps based upon things and events as they will be. And I bet you can guess which steps will perpetuate today's illusions and which ones will change everything. This is a month where you get to change everything by choosing to really tap in and follow your dreams and trust. So much more awaits you. There will come a day when you look back at where you've been and where you are now, and you'll call these your warm-up years. More love, more fun, more friends, more laughter, more thoughts, more things, more. There's lots more. Love the universe. And this was the first one that came out. Actually, it's not that you want stuff that you don't have, but that you want stuff that you think you don't have. And the best way to change, there's that word again, this is to begin thinking that you do have it. As in, oh, there's my electric, fully loaded Halliburton cloud zapper. Just say please. The universe. You have the opportunity this month, using that energy right there that week of 6th to the 12th. Don't miss that energy opportunity. Spend some time in meditation all month long, really focusing in on the dreams. Give a little bit of your time and talent and treasure. Let go of the feeling that you can't have what you want, because you absolutely can. The Wheel of Fortune, as it turns in your favor, you have 2 aces to start. It's just a matter of letting go of the illusion that you don't have enough, or you aren't enough, or you don't get what you want. That is an illusion. Chase down your dreams. Jupiter wants to expand for you. It's hanging out in your sign. All right. So in 2 weeks, I will be doing a sneak peek at the year ahead instead of mid-month. So you want to check that out. I am on Facebook at Moonlit Waters. Every day there's a little reading there, kind of giving you daily advice on how to handle the energy of the day. And I'm going to link up here the eclipse energy that we just had. That video, if you haven't seen that yet, that energy was very strong. It continues to help us to clear. It feeds into the clearing of this energy that we're walking into. So if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to want to check that out. You guys have a great month. So much potential here. This is amazing. All right, you guys take good care. Do the work, and it will be rewarded. Talk to you soon.